What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and this has been one of the hardest videos I have ever done. Like the video as the intro plays, because we have a lot to get into, and I'm asking you guys to come into it with an open heart, open mind, and we'll see how everything shakes out in the water. Which one? This one.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
One, please. When you reach out to me, make it make common sense, please.
I make it make sense. Are you being nice tonight?
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
That is a man hand. That's a man hand. Hey, the pressure changed to y'all. Only a man knows what a man needs.
Okay, guys. So, you probably already know this, but Destiny went ahead this morning and she turned herself in. It has been probably an extremely long 24 hours for her. But I want you guys to hear. Shout out to All True T and Kristen, who hooked me up with this information. If you're not following All True T, she keeps her ears to the streets. Where is it? Okay. I'm telling you guys, this was a really hard one for me. Where is it? No. Here we go.
How y'all doing this morning? I am here at the Madison County Courthouse. About to turn myself in. And look who's always with me. My dad. My rider. How y'all doing this morning? I am here at the Madison County Courthouse.
So we know now that she turned herself in. She
look who's always with me. My dad.
She did it with her father. What happened? Yes, I'll show you what happened. Yesterday, Destiny was on. Okay, so Marcella Speaks was the first person to actually, from what I can see, report on Destiny being on Crime Stopper. So all that we got was this. In the neighborhood talk, we're about to talk because I know this is my clip.
Katie Rice's Destiny Payton Williams is accused of forging her ex-husband's name on a utilities contract without his knowledge. Katie Rice is
okay. So that's what we got on Neighborhood Talk yesterday. Yeah, we got like 400 people in here. Definitely hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. I know we got some new people in here, and we do things a little differently here, and you're about to find out. So Neighborhood Talk, I know this is my clip. They just, it'd be nice. I'm a small content creator. Go ahead and, give me a little credit. But I do know this is my clip, and, shout out to them for using my clip and giving me credit before. But anyway, so this happened. The first thing that I did was I reached out to an attorney because I vilified LaBerrick on my live yesterday. I said, how could any man do this? if you know that your child is in this house and you need utilities, and why are you trying to get your mom locked up? I said, the only way, and I'm talking to an attorney, I'm like, the only way that this would make sense is if it negatively impacted his credit. And I said, do you have to actually file charges on somebody if your credit was negatively impacted? And the attorney said, absolutely. It would be the only way to get it, expunged from your record. And so it's adding layers. And that was the start of it becoming a gray area. So I said, okay, why would you be in a situation where potentially, you did this for your business, or is this for a home? And the attorney said, this is, let me put, in my opinion, and this was my conversation with the attorney. And after looking into things, the attorney said, this was not for the business. This was for a residence. So now y'all know how my wheels are turning. I'm like, okay, well, if it's for a residence and you're not in a good place with this person, what does that look like? And the attorney said, well, they filed bankruptcy like 3 weeks ago or 3 to 4 weeks ago. And I was like, okay, that adds another element to this situation. So this is where I'm asking that you have compassion. We are now in a space where, you have a Black single mother. I want you to remove the idea of this is a reality star. I don't like her because she did this. I don't like her because she said this. I don't like her because this person doesn't like her. I don't like her because of her reaction, her actions on a reality TV show. Right? Now we have a Black single mother. So and now, per the attorney, this was for a residence. So that would mean that, okay, this woman has already filed bankruptcy. This woman is trying to make it. This woman has a young child, caring for her father, and she's trying to keep the lights on. How many of us know a mama, a sister, a brother, a cousin who then put their lights in a baby's name? So it's my opinion that what happened was, when she had to vacate the marital home, maybe she just transferred the utilities, right? So now it's so convoluted, and now that's why I'm asking for grace, right? I'm not saying that it's right. Again, this is just my opinion, because the utilities were not on the bankruptcy. So that leads me to believe that that was only his bill. We're going to get into LaBerrick and why I think LaBerrick deserves some grace, but right now we're going to focus on Destiny. So I want to tell you guys some absolutes, because when I was reading through the comments, I saw a lot of people saying a lot of really negative things about how they felt about her on the show. I can absolutely tell you guys that that woman could not mention her husband's name on the show. That's an absolute. She could not mention her husband's name. She could not mention his family's name on the show. So I was one of those people that was like, she's too guarded and I need more from her. But now I'm thinking, I know some Destinies. I know people who had it hard growing up, don't necessarily trust, have a really hard exterior. Because remember, I talked to her once before, and even in that exchange, it felt, she was sweet enough, but there was a guard up, and it kind of just went through. I felt it. It was palatable. I wanted an interview with her very early on. But yes, if that is the case, and the stuff was just transferred and his name was already on it, it's wrong. I'm not taking that out of the equation. It's wrong if she's found guilty of that, because right now these are just allegations. If she's found guilty of that, then she will have to, make amends for that part. But in terms of just being in a space where you're trying to keep the lights on and you might be struggling, because we knew she was struggling on the show. Now we know she is doing the work, and that is another part of it. So she could not mention his name. A lot of people had questions about that. A lot of people didn't believe it. That's absolutely true. And if we want an example of that, Royce from Basketball Wives was not supposed to mention Dwight Howard's name. The minute that she did mention Dwight Howard's name, then it was a wrap. I think at the time she came on Basketball Wives, she had like a McMansion. That was all gone after that happened, after his name was mentioned. So the other thing that I want to point out is both Destiny and her husband, even if they don't like each other, they're both good parents and they both want, you know, they both want for the child. So we'll get into more of that on the LaBerrick, but I wanted you guys to, let's start off there. I'm not saying like this person. That's not what I'm saying. If you don't like her, you don't like her. I'm just saying, let's think of it in a different route. Somebody said being a single Black mom does not mean that you can break the law. Absolutely true. But I know if it was my mom and she needed to make sure there was a roof over my head and some lights, I feel like parents, mothers, family, we're going to do what we have to do. Not meaning that it's right, not saying that whatever she's doing now, where she has turned herself into the judge, is not necessary. Somebody said, so it's okay to vilify him without the facts. I feel like we're having a conversation now about what happened and how I feel about the situation now that I'm in the know. But okay. So this is a doozy. I had to write some of this down. Why do I think she is deserving of compassion? Because whenever I talk about reality stars who are no longer on TV, the first thing that I'm always like is, why don't you do this? Why don't you, that didn't work out for you. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, make it work. Well, that's what she's doing. Nobody should be ashamed of a bankruptcy. We have all had money problems. I have been very upfront that I came from a single mom background. I was that kid that did not have lunch money. You do what you have to do to take care of your kids. But Destiny now is doing the work. The only thing a bankruptcy means, everybody's like, oh, you're just, whatever things. No, for the average person, a bankruptcy is I'm falling behind. I am in a space where I want to make sure that I make it right with my creditors and I need a little help. There's absolutely no one should feel any kind of way about saying I had to file for bankruptcy. Millions of people do it every day. And what I want us to do is get out of this headspace that every reality star is so wealthy. Probably not. We know Monique Samuels was on Bravo, and I think she said that her first couple checks, her first season was like, what, 20,000 or something like that? Just because you're on TV does not mean you're making money. So we have a space where you're a reality star now. You're not necessarily making the money. Maybe you do make some mistakes on the show. You turn the fans against you. But at the end of the day, she's no longer a reality star, but she's trying to make it. The reason I know she's trying to make it is because she took the steps to do the right thing. She filed for bankruptcy. And not only is she trying to stay in the media and hustle for her dad, her kid, she's now also working a regular job. So if you're working a regular job, you are trying to stay in the media. That's why I'm saying, let's just have a little compassion, just a little. She's human and she's doing the right work to make it. You know how many reality stars are out here scamming? We just saw British. You're on the show, you're carrying, you have all these chains, you're in nice cars, all this kind of stuff, but you're scamming. Jim Shaw, you're scamming. I'm not saying she's innocent in these things. What I'm saying is she's human, and it's embarrassing to be on Crime Stoppers. It's also like, now that I know what this actually is, or in my opinion, what this came from, I'm looking at Crime Stoppers sideways. Like, this is, how many people, like, that would be like the government coming after everybody who has utilities in their child's name, and the child is 8, and now you're on Crime Stoppers. When I saw her on the Neighborhood Talk and I saw the comments, that was like way past my bedtime last night. I started this deep dive. That's why I'm like, I'm not saying she wasn't wrong. And again, she's not been she's been charged, but we don't know what the verdict is. And we will definitely get into some things with that. But I wanted to put that out there. So, okay. She's willing to humble herself. She's willing to keep the lights on. No shame in bankruptcy. Let's see. So there are some things that I want to talk about with LaBerrick. So I vilified LaBerrick, and we can go into, okay, well, the allegations or stuff that you hear was LaBerrick said that the rumors that were out there were he didn't know if it was his child and all this kind of stuff. I'm not there with it. What I will say is LaBerrick did what he was supposed to do in terms of his family as it pertains to following the rules. So Destiny was in the marital home. We now know she was having her own personal struggles. She had till a certain time to refinance the house. She couldn't do that. She got an extension. She couldn't do it. So I saw people saying that LaBerrick was wrong because LaBerrick posted this saying his house was up for sale, the marital home that he shared with Destiny. Legally, he did what he was supposed to do. This was not by just him being shady or trying to shade her. I don't know the ins and outs of every struggle that they have had as a divorced couple, but I can tell you that when he posted this saying that the house is up for sale, he did that within his legal right to do so. So we can't vilify him for that. I wanted to share with you guys something. Destiny, not only does she have a real job, Destiny also is staying in the media. So that means that she's working 2 jobs. I want to do something for Destiny. I'm not telling you guys. Hell, is he paying for the house still? No, the house is up for sale. So it's not like anybody is no longer paying. Astute Queen Bee say it's not even about her being it's about her attitude and things she does. I would feel bad for her if she wasn't she kept him from leaving that home. Look, all I'm saying is we know a Destiny. We have a Destiny in our lives. The only difference is now any mistake that Destiny makes is, it's up for public fodder. She's in the public domain. It's what reality stars sign up for. But this guy just rubs me the wrong way. She has presented herself to be a lady and should respect it and treat it as such. You're talking about LaBerrick? We're going to get into LaBerrick because there's gray area there as well. Destiny is now a podcaster. Destiny has a YouTube channel. I'm saying this, guys. Let me show you guys. She has 1,260 subs, and she has 3 videos out so far. She's doing the work to do right by her son, to do right by the law. I'm going to personally share Destiny's video. She did a video where she interviewed Duchess from Black Ink Crew. I'm going to share this video on this tab, and if you don't have to, but if you have it in your heart and you see that she's human, let's show her that we're different. I'm going to Beatrice, I see your comment. We're going to get to it. It's a gray area with LaBerrick as well. Trust me. After talking to the attorney, there's a gray area on both sides. I just shared the link to Destiny's video. If you have it in your heart, you're a Destiny supporter, or you just see that she is making the strides to, make everything right and really hustle, not just in media, but in the real world, I'm sharing her link. I would like personally, if you have it in your heart, go ahead and subscribe and watch this video, because I'm not sure about this, but I don't think that with those 3 videos, she has enough to be monetized. If you're a Destiny fan, or if you don't even know this story, go ahead, watch her video, go ahead and subscribe. Let's see if we can get her to, I don't know if she's monetized. I just don't think so. From what I know about YouTube, you need 4,000 watch time hours. And I don't think 3 videos is enough to do that. Let's get her monetized. This is her channel. It's called The Destiny Payton. I shared her link. I want to be a different kind of content creator. I want to actually be able to talk to you guys, and if you want to, I'm not telling you you have to. I'm not telling you you have to. I'm not saying she's a victim. I'm just saying she's human. And, you know, my mindset kind of changed a little bit once I saw everything like in writing and stuff. Let's see. Somebody said she's live. I don't think she's live. And if she's live, I don't know what she's live on, but okay. So in terms of LaBerrick, now that we know that Destiny was having her own struggles, if it was an instance where she transferred that electricity bill and she fell behind, then now you have LaBerrick, who has done what he was supposed to do as a man. He, paid the bills up until mid 2022. That's what he was supposed. That's what he was legally required to do. That's what he did. Now, your credit is messed up. What do you do? In order, and this is per the attorney, in order for anybody who has had someone else use your credit, to get that off or to get that expunged, you have to file charges. So now you have a situation where I worked really hard to get my credit to where it needs to be. If I have now somebody who potentially used my credit and I did not know, then what do? I want to see in the chat, would you file charges on the mother or father of your child if potentially they used your credit for something, whether it be a light bill or otherwise, and now your credit is messed up? Because it only takes 2 payments or 2 months of being late for your stuff to go down 50, 60 points. I'm not even, okay, so a lot of you guys are saying yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so a lot of you guys are saying yes. So that's why I was like, even I vilified him, because I'm like, just on principle alone, it's your baby mama, it's your ex-wife, and your child lives there. You want to make sure that your child has lights. You want to make sure that your child is living right. I cannot vilify him. But being from a single Black mom who struggled to get where she's at, I'm just telling you guys, based on what I've seen on paper, this woman is doing the work to make it right. That does not mean that she did not, that does not mean that the demise of her relationship with Mel was not on her. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not doing that, y'all. We talked about all that yesterday. We talked about, the PPP loans and all that kind of stuff. And the point is, the only thing that we ask from the reality stars who don't make it in reality TV is to push forward, and that is what she's doing. And in terms of LaBerrick, I can't say that I would not be the kind of person who I feel like if my credit was negatively impacted by something somebody else did and we already have a contentious relationship, I'm not saying that I wouldn't be the person who did my mom do something illegal as a single mom? Probably too. No, my mom didn't. My mom never did anything like that, but I can tell you that we really, really struggle. And it was funny. I was talking to a friend of mine, because I talked to a lot of YouTubers about this yesterday, because I was like, how do I tell you guys this story, report on this when I'm having like a emotional reaction to the story? I do not know Destiny. I'm sure she did make bail. I'll keep you guys posted on that. I see what you're saying in the comments. How do I convey this story while also really talking to the harder people? Also by really saying she's human. that was the point of this. I can tell you guys literally, my mom, we didn't have much. And the times that my mom would take us out, I can remember my mom taking us out to this specific cafeteria, and I would always be so excited as a kid because they had Jello. She literally would. I did not know that everybody did not get water and lemons and sugar and make your own lemonade. That's the kind of struggles that we did. And Destiny has not been, there's no trial for this. She has turned herself in, but she's I say let's give her some grace. I say, let me look at these super chats. I only sign, okay, let's see. Negla. Negla says, I only sign his name as Negla James, FBO Jack James. Otherwise, it's illegal for benefit of. I'm not saying that potentially she didn't break the law. That's what she's accused of. Thank you for the super chat, Negla. Shay said, I'm so proud of you, ma'ams. Keep it moving. Oh, thanks, Shay. I appreciate that. Beatrice says, but that's his child. He's no real man. Beatrice, I hope that you kind of have a little bit better understanding now of why he might have done it. I don't know that to be a fact, but just based on my conversation with that attorney, more than likely it was a situation that it was for the home utilities, nothing to do with Madani, her business, and to keep the lights on. Thank you for the super chat. Tress Love says, I wonder if this is the utility bill Mel helped her with. I don't know. I don't know if that was from Madani, but Mel did help her when she was having a hard time. A lot of people do not, care for her because of the way that her relationship with Mel fell apart. They did not like her attitude on the show. All those things are true. Not saying that those things aren't true, just saying I see things a little differently because I came from a situation with a mom who did whatever she could to make sure that her kids had. Thank you, Treslove. Beatrice says, guys, come on, get a heart. She has a child. Thank you, Beatrice. I'm not asking you guys to move sides. No, she could have gotten a job. She did get a real job. So you'll have to watch this. You'll have to watch this from the vantage point of, you have to go back to the beginning of this video. Anthony says all the information is wrong. What information would that be? Go ahead and let me know in the comments because I literally have all of the paperwork. Seems like I have chosen a side. I really just told you guys from both people's vantage point that there was gray area and we should give both parties some compassion, a little empathy. I get it. Everybody's struggling these days. Doesn't mean you get to steal. She had a friend who helped her without asking, and she betrayed her and continues every chance she gets. Karma. Okay. That's fair. I get that there's always going to be a side of it that sees what she did to Melody and they're not going to like her. I definitely get that. Illegal is illegal, period. Not saying that she's not doing the right thing. There were some very interesting tidbits in what I read, and I'm gonna lend my support in whatever way that I can, because that's all you can ask from a reality star who's no longer a reality star. You do the right thing, you get on your feet, you make astute. She should have thought about her child as well. Thank you, astute Queen Bee. So anyway, I see you guys have a lot to say. I don't know. I don't see anything else from Anthony letting me know what was wrong. But either way it goes, I'm going to see you guys later. I'll keep you updated. I will definitely share the link to her video for those of you who want to check out her channel. Again, it's the Destiny Payton. The link is shared on the top. Oh, I see some people have already subscribed. She's already at 1,300. So definitely do whatever you feel. No obligation. I'm not paid by her. I don't know her. I just decided to come out and give you guys the other side and let you guys know that for both her and her ex-husband, there's some gray area. And these people are all human, and we have all gone through financial problems. We've all seen it. If you haven't experienced it, thank God. Because for those of us who have, and those of us who, just my opinion, y'all. Am I going to talk about? I haven't watched it yet. I was doing this deep dive. This was a lot of stuff I had to go through, but I'll definitely check it out. If there's some good juicy tidbits, then I'll give it to you guys. Anyway, have a good day, y'all. I'm gonna see you guys later. And put in the comments if you guys want me to go live about this. Maybe not tonight because I'm doing Beverly Hills, but maybe we can do a live about this where I do open panel and you guys can have your say out loud, because I see there's having a child. I know, Chi-Town. I know. What's the deep dive? Did you just get in, Jazzy? I literally went over what she's going through now. I went through different things from these documents. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a good day. Put in the comments. I'll read the comments and see you guys later. This was a lot. This was a hard one.